What's up, traders? Only 2 trades today. It's all we could find on QFIN. Let's get to it. All right, traders, before we get into the live trades, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate all your support. If you haven't heard, TradeNet had some news come out. Just put out a video this morning about that. Also did a little update to my CMEG experience. I also put that out over the weekend, and the 2,000 subscriber giveaway on Friday night was amazing. I appreciate everything that you guys have been doing. As far as your support, keep it up, and here's the live trades. Watching QFIN here. Nice little extension. Volume's not great. Probably like this closer to 17, but we're gonna start it here. Feels kind of toppy. See what it does. All right, it tried 17. It's coming back down through. If we can break this candle, I'd be interested. Get a little add in here, looking for the breakdown. All right, coming down through 90 is where we get the entry. Here we go. See if it wants to continue to break down. There it is. So we're going to add a little bit here, looking for this to be the breakdown. It did top out there at 17. Bring our average up just a little bit there to 1678. And right back through 17. Oh, and we're ripping. All right. So same deal. We'll look to get another add in here when we get a candle that puts in a nice top. And then we'll be looking for that candle to break its lows. We would obviously need for this thing to slow down first. We're still going. Just looking at the 1 minute here. Sometimes the candles are better to look at for that bottom end, right through 1750. The candles are more frequent, so you can get a smaller candle up near the top for it to break. Looking for an add. So it's not quite giving it to us yet. Squeezing right up towards 18. It's safe to say we started this thing a bit early. All right, still going up, went right up to 18, 1799. We're going to get an add in there. I know we're not basing it off the candle, but don't want to miss an add up here, especially after this big squeeze. I'm going to make sure we bring our average up some. We got still a really bad average. We only got it up to 1701. We're pretty far away from that. This got a little out of hand. This went way further than we were expecting it to. All right, so we're failing here around 1780. Might look to add the remainder of our shares here. We hit that shares left button. It showed us 66, a little lower than this, so we'll use 50. There we go. We're going to add there. Basically what that's going to do, put our stop in at the high. So what it's going to do is basically give us a $100 loss if it does get up there, back at the highs. It's not letting me go 1801, so we'll put it at 1802. But what it does is it brings our average up to 1725, and hopefully, it gives us some share size as well if it does want to break down. And it gives us a chance at this position, right? If we would have just not added to this and we left our shares at the 1701 average, that would not look good. And you can see we're getting a little bit of a breakdown here. We're just putting orders out just to see if we can get some, just a quick flush. Don't want to miss it if it does. And hopefully this thing can continue to break down back towards VWAP, and we'll be looking all right if it does. Coming down 17. We're sitting at 15 for our 50%. Not quite there. Coming back up. I'm just going to take half there just to be safe. We'll reduce our risk, basically break even on those. It felt like it did not want to go any further. Hopefully we're wrong. That's why we kept some of our shares, seeing if this wants to continue to break down. We'll put half again back out at 1715 if it does want to get there. Like I said, there we go, 18, right back over 20. This is definitely a position where we're looking more so to manage risk than have a big winner, right? This thing went way further than we were expecting it to. All right, we're coming back up through 50. We're probably going to just take this off. Obviously, this thing's been very strong anyways. Could very easily go back to high of day. Showing 50. All right, we're going to take it off. All right, so nothing too bad there. We ended up getting 56 on the fill. If this wants to squeeze back up towards high day, we might be interested, but we will move on for now. All right, so QFIN decided to go high of day and fail. So we're actually going to do a bit of the UK strat here. We're going to start at 93, just risking high of day, right? So we're only risking 13 cents, but we're looking to make 40 plus cents on this thing. So pretty good risk to reward. If it wants to go high of day, no big deal. We're basically looking for this to come back down. There we go. Looking for it to come back down and test the 1750 area again. We've got an order for 75%, sitting here at 65. We're on the bid. All right, we got our fill there. 75% out. Puts us a little in the red on the realize now. See if we can't get this to continue down towards VWAP through 1750. So we're getting that breakdown. You see the fib line 50. So you see the 50 fib line sitting there at 17. Just looking to front run that a little bit. Okay, we're on the bid here. Been pretty patient with this, seeing if we can't get this to break down through 17. There we go on the bid. All right, got the fill there. 1705. So now we're down to some serious leftovers. Let's see if we can't get these to ride all the way down there towards 1650. All right, if it wants to come up here, 17, 18, just kind of above these two candles. If it wants to go back up through there, it's starting to look like it wants to be bullish again. There we go, 18. Okay, we got our stop out there, 1720. So pretty good trade there. We made everything back from the first one and then some. Basically kind of doubled that loss a little bit. So be pretty happy with that trade. All right, traders, that was my 2 trades on QFIN. As you can see, we definitely started this first trade just a little early. Nice extended move here. It just decided it wasn't done and it wasn't extended enough. It decided to rip even more and kind of put us in an awkward situation, right? We basically went from looking for a big winner to looking to manage the trade and manage our risk overall. So it ended up working out. We ended up with a small red here, but we did manage it pretty well, I like to think. And we ended up stopping out the rest. Obviously, we would have liked to see this go through VWAP, and we actually would have ended up making out a pretty good trade on this, but unfortunately it didn't. They don't all work out. But what it did do, it gave us a second chance. It went up to high of day, it busted through, and then it said, hey, we don't really want to go high of day. And so it started to come back down through. It just kind of sat there underneath 18, and I said, all right, let's give it a shot. So we jumped in and just risking high of day. Either we were right or right out, and this thing decided to work for us. It came down, took a partial here, tried to be really patient for the rest of it, came back down towards 17 because we knew the 50 fib was there. We were just trying to see if it would work out, and sure enough it did. It tried to hold VWAP on the way there, but once it broke through finally, came down, tested that 50. We were hoping it would continue. It tried, not quite. We were just maybe seeing if we could get an all-day fader, but it decided to come back up, and as you can see, this thing has just been straight sideways pretty much after we got out. So pretty good second trade there. I'm not mad at the first trade. Again, sometimes you're just early, sometimes they just don't work out, and you just have to kind of roll with the punches. And that's exactly what we did here on QFIN. So we ended up with a green day, which is always good. Usually when we're 1 for 2, the losers tend to be bigger than the winners, but in this case, the winner was twice as big as the loser, so that's always a good thing. And that's all I have. So like and subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. Always appreciate that support. If you have any questions or comments, leave those down below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.